I shouted,
waggulu.
Idahosa is not a man of God.
Idahosa si musajja wa Katonda.
I was borrowing money
nga neewola ne sente
to buy a ticket to go to preach.
Ogula tiketi y'ennyonyi ogenda okubuulira.
And there was a man.
Waaliwo omusajja.
I don't know whether Pastor Benny, you know this man. He went to be with the Lord.
Omusajja ono yagenda okuba ne Mukama.
His name was Benson Idahosa.
Baali bamuyita Ssaabalabirizi Benson Idahosa.
Benny Idahosa.
Omwami oyo.
We were preaching in the same meeting in North Carolina.
Twali tubulira mu lukuŋŋaana lwe lumu in North Carolina.
Both of us had the same spiritual father.
Fembi kitaffe mu mwoyo yali y'omu.
Dr. 𝗘𝗫𝗧𝗏.
Dr. 𝗘𝗫𝗧𝗏.
So he organized the meeting for us.
Yatutegekera olukuŋŋaana.
And he said, I want you
n'agamba njagala
to preach.
Mubuulire.
He was introducing me to America.
𝗘𝗫𝗧𝗏 yanyanjula mu Amerika.
The issue is,
ensonga y'eno.
I had no money.
Saalina ssente.
I was broke.
Nga sirina ssente.
So I went to that meeting.
Nagenda mu lukuŋŋaana olwo.
Actually, it was a pastor who was leading faith organization in that place. Me and Idahosa, we were only black people in that church. Everybody was white. I preached in the morning. They gave me a love offering on a check. You know, when you give a Ugandan a check, when you don't have a bank account, what are you going to do with it? So I finished. Idahosa came in the evening. They had given me a check of $1,000. Idahosa came in the evening. The whole place was packed. He preached. Then he turned around and said, everybody's going to give $1,000. I said, wow. I thought he was raising offering for me. He said, we're going to build this church. My mindset as an African, I said, why would he raise money for white people? Poverty mentality is so bad. Because you always think it's about me. He said, you should be helping me. I'm fellow African. And he turned around and said, we are starting with Uganda. I said, you are joking. Uganda who? He said, you're going to be the first one to give. I said, I don't have the money. He said, you're giving. Then he turned on me. He said, you're the one keeping Africa in poverty. You're giving $1,000. I said, I don't have it. He said, you have it. I thought the pastor told him. So all of a sudden, I switched from English. I started quarreling in Luganda. Because English, you can't quarrel much. The man is Nigerian, doesn't know Luganda. He turned around and said, you are quarreling, but you're going to give it. And he was a big guy. I was 21 years old. This was my life. So he told everybody to give. A lady came to give me $800 that I may add on. And when that happened, Idahosa got the money. He threw it back in the eyes of the lady. He said, you don't have the power to deliver this man. He has to sow a seed by himself. Now the lady began to share, either by intimidation or by anointing. I thought she's going to die. And I said, they're going to arrest us. That these black people killed an old woman. So I was also either afraid or fear. I pulled out the check, endorsed it to the church, and I gave it. But in my heart I said, after service, I'm going to ask Idahosa to give me back my money, because I have no money. We all rejoiced. They went home. To make the whole story short, I thought Idahosa was going to give me my money.
nali ndowooza Idahosa agenda kunziriza sente zange.
Pastor Benny,
Omusomba Benny,
early morning he left.
ku makya ennyo omusajja n'alinnya ennyonyi n'adda ewaabwe.
When we woke up,
Tugenda ozuukuka
I was stuck.
nga nkwamye simanyi
I have
kiddako.
no money.
Siina sente.
Idahosa is gone.
Idahosa agenze.
I shouted,
Ne mpogganira waggulu
Idahosa is not a man of
nti
God.
ddala Idahosa si musajja wa Katonda.
The pastor looked at me and said,
Omusumba n'atuna nagaye,
what are you talking about?
kikyoyogerako ekyo?
He's a man of God.
Oyo omusajja Katonda.
I didn't tell him the story.
Saamubuulira byantuukako kwogera
Pastor
ekyo.
Woodrow Walker,
Omusumba Woodrow Walker
Atlanta, Georgia,
ow'e Atlanta, Georgia,
he saw me. He said, I've been looking for you.
n'andaba nanga mbadde nkunoonya,
Can you come to my church?
osobola okujja oweereze mu kanisa yange?
So we went to his church.
Ne tugenda mu kanisa ye.
I preached Sunday.
Nabuulira ku Sande.
I tell the people, they put me in a presidential suite. That was my first time.
Ne banteeka mu presidential suite mu hoteri gwe gwasookera ddala.
And what happened was,
Ekyaddirira kyali
after 7 days,
oluvannyuma ennaku 7
miracles had happened.
ebyamagero byali bituuseewo.
The church made a party for me.
Ekkanisa n'enkolera pate.
They gave me 3 envelopes.
Ne bampa ebbaasa 3,
$3,000
emu ng'erimu $3,000
for my ticket.
za tiketi yange ey'ennyonyi,
$7,000
ebbaasa endala ng'erimu $7,
cash, my offering.
ezo nga kiweebwayo kyange.
We were building that building.
Twali tuzimba ekkanisa eyo.
They gave me a check of $25,000.
Ne bampa ne kyeka endala ya $2.2.
When I got hold of it,
Bwe nazikwata zonna
I
ebbaasa
shouted,
nawogganira waggulu
Idahosa is a man
nti
of
ddala
God.
Idahosa musajja wa Katonda.
And the pastor said, yeah.
Omusomba n'aŋŋamba kituufu,
By the way,
ate
he
n'omanyi
came back.
yakomye nawo.
He was preaching at Chapel Hill.
Abadde abulira ku Chapel Hill.
Can I call him?
Mukubire.
Then I remembered
Ne
he
nzijukira
will be asking for my money.
ajja kunsaba sente zange
I
zonna.
said, no, don't call
Ne
him.
tomukubira.
But that was a turning point
Eyo yali enkyukakyuka
in my life.
mu bulamu bwange.
The